Over the last, over the course of the season, really, what has Morgan done to really increase your confidence in him when you give him a particular assignment night to night?
Well, I just think the big thing is just getting better as a player and more confident in his ability, and he's getting better and better defensively. He's still got tons of things to learn, but at the same time, you know, he's managed to stay in the top scoring of D-men with no power play time and no, so he's a good player. Now, we think he's going to be a high-end player, and our job as coaches is to help himself get there.
Been receptive to the coaching and
I mean, he's great, but we haven't had anybody who's not been receptive. So, you know, what I found in life is most people that are interested in getting better, they want to learn and they want you to help them. And so, and when you don't have players like that, they're not going to get much better. But most guys, or everybody I've come into contact with here, has been fantastic.
When you look at the California road trip, do you look at it as something that could set the tone for the second half of the season against some good teams, or is every road trip just kind of another road trip?
Yeah, like, you know, I don't spend a whole lot of time thinking about that. What I know we got to do is we got to be ready for a good Ducks team who seems to have really picked things up and got things going here. It's going to be a big challenge for us, and so if we just look after that, and you know, I'm a big believer you live in the present. If you look after today, everything will be just fine.
All the guys have kind of said they don't know exactly why specifically they're doing so well against the Western Conference teams, but just feel like there isn't really any intimidation of these higher end teams.
Well, we think we're a good team. So if you think you're a good team and you go out and you do things right and you play right, you have a chance if you're determined. And so that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get the group to understand that we have a chance every night if we play right. If we don't play right, we have no chance. We understand that. But if the guys do good things, we got a chance for good things to happen.
Before the season, there was a lot of talk that you guys wouldn't be able to score, and yet when you look at the numbers, you're finding ways to score, maybe more than teams with more perceived talent than you have. I mean, how do you think you're doing that?
Well, I mean, you know, obviously I think we're trying to be organized, we're trying to work hard, and we're trying to have the puck as much as we possibly can. As the game's way more fun with the puck, so we do everything we can to set our players up for success to try to have the puck. And if you have the puck more, you're going to score more. That's just a fact, so that's what we're trying to do.
The word playoffs is starting to be mentioned around this team a little bit now that it's got the same amount of wins and losses. Is that a good thing?
When you guys say that's starting to be mentioned, or you say start, like, who comes up with those? I never said anything about it. Like, this is what I would tell you is we're going to work as hard as we can today to get better, and we're going to work as hard as we can tomorrow to win. And then we're just going to see what happens. But to say there's this, we have a plan. Shanny and Lou and Kyle and Huntz and us, we have a plan. We're sticking to the plan, and we're just going to be patient with that. But we're trying to maximize everybody in the group and the team at the same time. So let's just see what happens. But there's lots of teams that think they have a chance.
I guess what I'm asking though, is it good incentive for the players to see that, you know, it's within view now? Is that something?
Well, I think what's a good incentive for the players is when you play right and you have success, you start feeling good about yourself, and then you realize, hey, we're not that bad, and you start to believe in yourself, and that to me is a big thing. You earn the right to feel confident about who you are, and then you play like you're a confident group. So that's what we're trying to do here. Is I think the guys would tell you that they can walk around Toronto and go into a restaurant and they don't have to worry about being abused. They can just go in and be proud. So when you play hard and you do things right, you can be proud of what you do.
Like, when you look at so many top players having tough offensive years, do you think there's a reason for that league-wide?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, ask Jamie Benn. He would probably have a better handle on that than me.
You're right.
I don't know.
There's a lot of guys that are hurting.
Well, I mean, the league's tight and it's hard to score. That's all there is to it. But most of those good players find their level water mark. You know, at the end of the year, when you look at guys who didn't get off to a good start, you see what the stats are, it usually levels out.